We welcome you into Unioto High School. We're just about 7 minutes away from tonight's SVC League matchup between the Unioto Shermans and the Southeastern Panthers. Dewey Daly along with Shane Combs. Glad to have you with us for tonight's SVC matchup. Should be a big one when you look at the standings. As of right now, Southeastern representing the only league loss for Unioto so far through this season.
Yeah, I had a chance to see that match over at Southeastern, and as always, it seems like you and I have a way of following some pretty good high school action. I've really enjoyed it throughout the year. I appreciate you having me, and we've watched some good volleyball together. We've watched some great football, and I think we're going to be in for a really good one here tonight. Obviously, last week had a chance to see Unioto in that 5-set thriller against Adena, but as you mentioned, the Southeastern team just a few weeks back over at Southeastern not only beat Unioto, but did so in straight sets and dominated the match in several areas. So I'm sure Unioto's got that in their memory bank, and I'm sure we should get a really good one this evening.
Unioto comes into tonight's contest 16-2 overall, 9-1 in the SVC. The only other loss was a non-league matchup to Fairfield Union, who is among the top teams in the MSL. For Southeastern, 14-3, 7-3 in the league, a perfect 7-0 in the non-conference, which is one thing we highlighted on this week's episode of Overtime, was how well the SVC does outside of league play. We talked about a team like Huntington, who right now I think is fifth or sixth in the league, has wins over Notre Dame and Fairfield, who are, for Notre Dame, 10-0 in the SOC1, and then Fairfield right now is in second over in the Shack. So really in the non-league, the SVC dominates, and you have a lot of teams like Huntington and even Westfall who, and Southeastern as well, who if they were in these other leagues, they'd probably have an undefeated league schedule, but since you have to play teams like Westfall, Southeastern, Unioto, and Adena twice in a season, doing something like that is very tough.
Well, that's really been par for the course if you think about SVC volleyball over the last 10, 15, 20 years. People have listened to me talk about it. I've always said, when you say south of Columbus and you stay over to the east side of Cincinnati, more times than not, SVC is going to set the standard. We've certainly had our programs, your Wheelersburgs, your Alexanders, some schools that have had some really good programs, but more times than not, it is the SVC that sets the standards, and that's all the way top to bottom. Even when you look down at the bottom of the league, Piketon Paint Valley with 5 overall wins. They have beaten some teams that are going to compete for their league title in other leagues. Zane Trace went toe-to-toe with Wheelersburg a little bit in a non-conference match, and then you highlighted really well those teams toward the top there. So, that usually allows us to separate off into some divisions in the postseason and represent the league really well. And I think this year it'll be no different. I think these teams will beat up on each other for a few more weeks, and then come postseason, I think the SVC will make some of its annual trips into the district and into the Sweet 16.
In that last meeting, it was a straight set win for the Panthers. Set wins of 26-24, 25-18, and 25-20 in that match. Josie Longheat had 28 of the Panthers' 41 kills. That's 68% in the match. Chloe Wills also had 28 assists for the Panthers. No Sherman was in double figures in kills, so really a good job defensively as well for the Panthers in that matchup.
Well, if I remember correctly, in that first set, you said 26-24. I believe it was 24-19 Unioto, and Southeastern was able to survive all of those set points, go on to win at 26-24. And really from that point, they just owned the match. And you mentioned the terrific performance of Josie Longheat. I watch a lot of SVC volleyball, and throughout the entire year, that is by far the best individual performance I've seen. It obviously takes the good passing, good setting, but that young lady just really ended up taking parts of that match over and was terrific. And I'm sure that's something tonight in the defense. Unioto goes about attacking the other team's hitter in a couple ways. Number one, they serve with great aggressiveness, with good efficiency. That's one way, not just the ace total, but the balls that are not passed on target, that do not allow you to pass to your setter and to get the elite hitter the open net. And then the second thing is Unioto's size at the net, the way they block, in the middle there with Park and Detweiler. They're in the top 5. Cutright does a nice job. Marshall does a good job. Stawley puts up a good block. They'll even go to link off the bench. That's going to be something that I'm sure that they're going to try to push that block to the outside and try to get Lougheed and then Ware, and then that 4th, 5th, 6th rotation under control with Southeastern really calls a lot on their strong side hitters on the attack.
First-year head coach Ashton Ward relieved the longtime not only Southeastern coach, but just SVC volleyball coach Lori Coker, who Ward also playing for Coker during her time at Zane Trace. So a bit of a ends meeting there for those two head coaches. Off to a good start in her first season, 14-3 overall. We mentioned 7-0 in the non-league. I would have to pull up Max Preps to see who those non-league wins were against, but nonetheless a great start for first-year head coach Ashton Ward.
Well, it's just a great hire. You know, obviously Lori has been legendary in this league for a long, long time. She's gone through some health concerns and some different things that we've always had ongoing thoughts and prayers for, but just an absolute rock and a mainstay when it comes to SVC volleyball. And with Lori, you know, having the past with Ashton there and Ashton's playing days, and now Lori's still with her on the bench and in the program and so forth, it's just been a terrific transition for a first-year head coach, and they've just been terrific. Obviously, Coach Hutton on the other side, he's no stranger across the SBC. His days back to Zane Trace, spent time in the program at Adena, head coaching there at Southeastern, going to the regional a couple times, and then now knocking on the door of a possible SBC championship here at Unioto. So we just have terrific coaching across the SBC, and I think that leads to a lot of what you were talking about in terms of the representation of our league when it comes to the non-league action and into the postseason.
Under a minute to go before tonight's league matchup. The current standings, Unioto, the lone team with 1 loss in the league. Adena right behind him with 2. Obviously, both of those coming to Unioto. The most recent one, I believe, was last Tuesday at Unioto. And then right behind them, Westfall and Southeastern tied for 3rd. They both have 3 league losses. As of now, Westfall holding the tiebreaker over Southeastern. As we previously mentioned, they'll meet once again next Tuesday night.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting there too is Southeastern, Westfall, Huntington, we thought would be so tight there in the middle, and they have been. To Southeastern's credit, they've been able to survive some 5-set thrillers and so forth, so a lot of credit to them, because we're going to get ready for the national anthem here.
Senior night tonight for Unioto. 6 seniors on the roster. Morgan Daniels, Madeline Wetzel, Megan Miller, Abby Marshall, Ella Cutright, and then Talked a little bit about Emma Spett, the injury she suffered. I can't remember exactly what game. I know it was a couple of weeks ago, suffered a lower leg injury and has forced her out for the remainder of the season. Talk a little bit about what that has, I should say, how that has impacted Unioto here down the stretch.
Well, as you follow a lot of Unioto athletics through the softball success that they've had, through the volleyball success through the years, Emma strikes you as a really, really solid leader. A great chemistry piece. She's a solid athlete in terms of her efficiency. And she was doing some of the setting in the 6-2 attack there with Madeline Wetzel. And since that particular injury, Coach Hutton has turned to a sophomore, Alyssa Stanley, to step into that spot and remaining in the 6-2 attack. So what you'll see more times than not is you'll see Wetzel doing the setting there early on, and then you'll see the sub there with Alyssa Stanley coming in, and that's that spot that Speck was opened up with that injury. And then sounds like from everything we've been told that she's doing pretty well. I know she's going to look to work really hard. I know softball's a big part of her future too. I wish her nothing but the best. I just hate to see high school kids, they only get a chance to do this 4 times. I always hate when an injury takes one of those opportunities from them. I didn't know, with us being back at Unioto, if any of these faces that they're holding up tonight would be a Dewey Daly. Will we see any,
I think we're like about 3 years too late for any of that nonsense.
I'll have John Bruce keep an eye on that for the Dewey Daly faces tonight.
Getting ready for tonight's SVC League matchup. Southeastern pays a visit to the Unioto Shermans. Liberos for both teams. Southeastern, number 3, Jesse Higley for Unioto. It's number 4, Morgan Daniels, who actually was our SVC Player of the Week here at Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
Yeah, Jesse's a young lady that plays really, really hard, wearing the white there with Southeastern in the road blue. And then you mentioned over on the Unioto side, Daniels has been terrific. I know the league has a Defensive Player of the Year. You could argue with Unioto's team success and what she's offered, you could even start to argue a little bit of Player of the Year in the league. She's been that good.
One thing I will mention is there's a slight delay between us talking and the video on the stream. I'll monitor that throughout the night and see if we can get that spot on. As of now, I have it at about a 2.5 second delay, so we'll see how that progresses. First serve from the Panthers. It'll be senior Morgan Ware. And we are underway. Dug up by Alexa West. Cut right to Wetzel. It's a free ball by the Shermans on the far side. It's Longheat. It's dug up by the Shermans. Here's cut right the other way. Southeastern keeps it alive, and it'll land underneath the net. First point goes to Unioto.
Both teams unable to pass on target there, and they never really did get on the attack, and Unioto gets the early point.
West to serve for the Shermans. Dug up by Higley on the far side. It's Longheat with the attempted kill. It's blocked by Unioto. The lead is now up to 2.
Yeah, Abby Marshall there on the outside from her opposite spot, and they were cheating the middle part there as well. A nice big double block.
Another serve for West, dug up by Ware. Free ball by the Panthers, now to Daniels. Here's West with a back set. That's Marshall who gets the kill for the Shermans.
Something to really keep an eye on. I highlighted it in our pregame. Unioto's ability to serve tough. It's not just the ace total, it's also the inability for the opponent to pass on target.
Third serve for West. Here's Redmond across for the Panthers. Cut right, gives it a try. Panthers keep it alive down the middle. Redmond once again blocked at the net. That's Allie Park.
Yeah, Wetzel really offers one of the best serves in terms of risk-reward, in terms of the efficiency, while still getting the ace rate.
Far side, this is Longheat. This one is out of bounds to the far side. 5-0 lead for the Shermans.
Great example there of Unioto's size at the net, hurrying Southeastern a little bit, and even when they don't get the touch, they kind of cause the hitting error with their size.
Deep serve by West, near side. This is Redmond, kept alive by Unioto. Marshall setting to the near side. This is Cutright with the right hand. It's long. First point for the Panthers here tonight.
Solid start for Coach Hutton and the Lady Shermans, though. So far, so good in terms of not giving Lougheed a lot of comfort at the net. Over there, as you mentioned, the 28 kills in that first set, the first match in the first round of the league play.
Long serve for Redmond. Lead is back up to 5 for Unioto at 6-1 here in the first set. Cutright with the serve, received by Ware, kept alive by the Panthers down the middle. That's Lougheed, kept alive for Unioto. That's Daniels, free ball from the Shermans. Here's Lougheed once again down the middle. First kill of the night for Southeastern.
Great opportunity here for Southeastern just to set a win on the road. Obviously, senior night, going to be high-level energy for Unioto. They get off to the fast start. If you're Southeastern, you want to stay connected here.
Senior Abby Urig to serve for the Panthers. Received by Park. Now to the other side, Wetzel from Unioto gets it over for the Shermans. Down the middle, Lougheed, soft touch, kept alive by Unioto. Park with the left hand, finds a hole in the defense. Lead back up to 5 for Unioto.
Yeah, nice job for Southeastern to attack the setter there, but again, they just unable to get the block in play and keep the ball off the floor.
Daniels with the left hand, serves it for the Shermans. Here's Lougheed, tipped by Unioto, kept alive. Stewart with the free ball over to the Panthers. This time it's Ware. Unioto able to successfully receive. Now Stewart with the kill attempt. Panthers keep it alive. Lougheed, soft touch, finds a hole in the Unioto defense.
But just like a scorer in basketball can score in so many ways with a three-point shot off the dribble transition, Lougheed will show off a lot of different types of shots at the net, and you watch that there. Great feel for the game. Finds the hole on the tip.
Lougheed, only a junior, serves it away for the Panthers down the middle. This is Detweiler, soft touch, gets the point for Unioto.
Yeah, Detweiler coming to the front row there. Unioto has such a good 1-2 punch there in the middle with Park and Detweiler. That time going right up over top the single block and tipping it into the hole.
Free ball from Stauffer, now on the side of Unioto, right down the middle. This is Detweiler with the kill for the Shermans, 9-3 lead.
Outstanding job by the young setter there, Stanley, going up with the jump set, staying out of the net. Give the middle hitter credit, going right up on top her setter with a nice quick action.
Tight serve by the Shermans. This time they'll get it back over. That was Ruckel. Touch violation on the Shermans. 9-4 lead now for Unioto.
That's a big jump from JV to varsity. You'll see that the game start to get called a little tighter, and you'll see that ball in the air have a little bit of turn to it there. That's something Alyssa will just have to shore up here.
Serve from Higley is long. Unioto, the first team to double digits here in the first set, 10-4. Stewart to serve. Far side, this is Ware, kept alive by Unioto. Two-hand touch over to the Shermans. Here's Cutright on the near side with the right hand. Panthers able to keep it going. Free ball from Ware. Down the middle, this is Detweiler with the right hand, able to keep it alive on the other side. Now Ware, big swing on the far side. Nice dig from Stewart. Free ball from Cutright. Ware, another try on the far side. Once again, it's wayward to the line. 11-4 lead.
Overall, not bad at all from Southeastern, but that's just where Unioto can frustrate you. They're so big, they're so long, and when they stay active, they just keep the ball off the floor and they force you into a mistake. Give Unioto's defense a lot of credit there.
Stewart to serve, 11-4 lead for the Shermans. First ace of the match goes to Jade Stewart. Timeout, Panthers.
Well, really a big thing early on. We talked about it. Unioto serves it between 94 and 95% on the year, but they do so, even with that efficiency, they do so with a lot of risk-reward style serves. And the thing you'll hear me harp on throughout the evening is it's not just the ace total. They get 3 or 4 per set played, but it's the ability sometimes just to cause a bad serve receive. It forces the free ball back over, and it takes a hitter like Lougheed, and it really neutralizes her because she doesn't get the same type of swing. So something to really keep an eye on here. We've watched it with Wetzel and now Stewart and some of the serving of Unioto.
Out of the timeout, long serve from Stewart. That'll hand things back over to Southeastern. Lead is cut down to 7.
Timeout does break the momentum there a little bit. Again, early enough for Southeastern to make a push here, but certainly at 12-5, they need to go now.
Wills to serve for Southeastern. Receive from Daniels. Here's a left-handed kill attempt by Cutright. Gets it to go.
Set a little tight to the net. Hitter not there on time. She adjusts with the left hand, and she's able to sneak it down through. Not always the way you want to do it, but certainly will work for the point.
13-5 lead. Here's Detweiler on the serve. It's in the net. That'll hand things back over to Southeastern, 13-6.
Again, not what you want, but I feel like Coach Hutton will give a couple of those if he feels like the girls are continuing to serve with aggressiveness.
Ware with a tight serve to the net. Redmond is over the net on the kill. That'll hand things back over to Unioto. (14-6). West serve dug up by Ware. Here's Lougheed on the far side. Initially tipped by Park and Marshall. It'll eventually drop in for the kill. Lead cut back down to 7.
Great adjustment on the outside attack there. Able to tool the block and back to the middle.
Redmond serve received by Marshall. Back set to Cutright. With a setting violation on Unioto. Back-to-back points for the Panthers.
Won't see that from Wetzel very often. She's touched it on the set over 1,000 times this year. I believe that's only her 11th error of the year. So again, not something you see from her very often.
Redmond, another serve received by West. Down the middle, this is Park who gets the kill.
Can't stress the middle hitters enough. Go get on top of your setter. Park does such a good job there of going, and it allows the quick option, and then it also freezes the middle block and gives the setter options throughout the net.
Lead now 15-8 for the Shermans. Here's Pinkerton over this one, gets stuck and will not come down, pinned between the rafter and the speaker. We're gonna need a new ball.
Wow, you think you'd get some special point for that or whatever, but you just get a simple do-over.
Somebody needs to get Matt Combs up there.
Yes, I would pay to see that. My favorite volleyball call, the jump ball do-over, like when we were playing wiffle ball in the backyard and we couldn't agree on safe or out and we just had to do it over.
Hit it up on the house and it doesn't come down. 15-8 lead for the Shermans. Here's Stewart on the near side, able to get the kill for Unioto. 16-8 lead.
Good to see Stewart get involved here on the outside. I've seen her really playing some spurts this year, and when she's on, this Unioto team goes to a different level.
Cut right to serve for the Shermans, received by Ware. Down the middle, this is Lougheed with the right hand. She'll get the point for the Panthers, 16-9.
It's where Unioto's got to recognize when Lougheed's hitting in different spots on the net there and move the block accordingly. A lot of times it's one thing where a block would normally go, then the scouting report sometimes will tell you another thing. If I were scouting Southeastern, I'd probably follow 11.
Urick serve tight to the net is in for the ace, 16-10.
Southeastern showing a little life. Sometimes you don't come back to win a set, but sometimes, especially on the road, you just settle into the match a little bit here, and let's see if they can push a little bit more.
Another serve for Urick. This one received by Daniels. Here's Marshall, and we'll have another two-touch violation on the Shermans. 3 straight points for the Panthers.
She got caught in the middle a little bit on the jump set or staying down, and then she wanted to go middle or to the back set and just let the hands get a little off balance there.
Another serve from Urick. This one tight to the net, down the middle. This is Park. Nice dig by the Panthers. That's where. This time Ruckel for the Panthers, kept alive by Unioto. Stewart on the near side, dig by Higley. Here's Longheat on the far side with the right hand. Unioto keeps it alive. Stewart tips it over with the right hand. Ware with the dig. Now Longheat on the far side with the kill, 16-12.
Really good volleyball both sides there. You highlighted Ware, and then there's Higley on the defensive side, Daniels over on the Unioto side, and then the block unable to extend the hands out over the net, and all of a sudden here we are, 16-12. Southeastern threatening to get back in this one.
Panthers rallying, have cut it down to 4, make that 3. Second ace of the sequence for Abby Urick, 16-13.
You could tell from where we're sitting up here in the corner that Abby really has some action on that ball.
Down the middle, this is Park. Panthers, for now, keep it alive. It's going to take a free ball, and that will not do it. Give the point to the Shermans.
That is just outstanding by Madeline Wetzel. I can't stress to you how many setters would go in the net or not even be able to get a hand on that ball, or both, and that was just terrific. Really, really well done at a time where her team really needed to earn the momentum back.
17-13 lead for the Shermans. Here comes Longheat, soft touch, dug up by West. Second touch, Marshall back over to the Panthers. Down the middle, this is Ruckel with the right hand. Unioto keeps it alive, but will have a violation on the Panthers, 18-13, Unioto.
Yeah, unforced there, you just can't have it. You'd worked all the way back to 16-13. Now 18-13, Unioto has its best server back, threatening to take control of the set.
Longheat on the far side with the right hand.
I think we had a touch at the net there. Yep, the line judge does a nice job back there in the back. And going to be the point for Southeastern. That was well officiated.
Give the kill to Josie Longheat, lead back down to 4, 18-14.
With the level of volleyball we play, I'm glad the league has been able to go with the officials in terms of some of the line judges and getting more of the experience all the way around.
Miscommunication between the Shermans. Give the ace to Longheat. Lead is back down to 3.
Sorry, dude, that was my fault there. Just in terms of what our league deserves on the officiating, I was saying.
Shermans now. Here's Stewart, blocked at the net, kept alive by Marshall. Free ball from Stewart. Here come the Panthers on the attack. This is Ware down the line on the far side, kept alive by Unioto. Here's Stewart, two-hand touch over. Back to Ware on the far side. This time she's able to get it to go. (18-16).
Well, I think they're going to come back and replay it again. I think we had an inadvertent whistle on a ball that was played up off the foot, which is legal.
Long serve from Longheat. That'll hand it back over to Unioto, 19-14. Check that, 19-15.
Big sequence there. Had a chance to be, 18-16? Take that point off the board, follow it up with a mistake, and now you're at 19-15.
2-point swing. Stanley back to serve for the Shermans, 19-15 in set 1. Received by Higley, overpass. This one goes to the Shermans.
Great example of a serve doesn't have to be an ace to be an effective serve. That time the serve causes the overpass, and that's easy.
20-15 in set one. Far side, this is Ware with the left hand. Stanley keeps it alive for the Shermans down the line. This is Stewart. This time Ruckle with the right hand, received by the Shermans. Stewart another go, big right-handed swing. Violation on the Panthers.
Yeah, that's where the setter and the middle hitter just kind of got in the way of one another, and she wasn't able to really get square to the ball, and it caused the double hit.
Timeout Panthers, 21-15, Unioto leading in set number one.
I think we had it, to 18-16, but the point came off the board. It's 18-15 was the closest they've technically been in terms of official.
It's been down to 3 two separate times since obviously the first 3 points were scored of the match.
Southeastern certainly settled into the set better here throughout the second part of it. Unioto had the emotional start.
Stanley another serve for the Shermans. Here's Higley back to Ware, roll shot with the right hand. Stewart a free ball for the Shermans. Chance for Southeastern to attack. Second touch. Nice play there by the Panthers.
It really was. Southeastern, you can tell, so well coached on when they are forced to free ball or roll it over, what they're doing is they're attacking the Unioto setter. So when the setter takes the first ball, they're not able to go on their normal attack, and it's really had Unioto out of system a couple times.
Libero Higley back to serve for the Panthers. Lead is down to 5. This is Stoley on the near side. And this one is out of bounds. Lead is down to 5. Check that, lead is down to 4, 21-17. Closest it's been is 3 since the first serve, down to 4, down the middle. This is Detweiler, almost has the kill, kept alive by the Panthers. Here comes Ware the other way. Down the middle, this is Redmond, blocked at the net by the Shermans. Redmond another go with the right hand, gets away from Stanley. Unioto able to get it back over. Now Ware down the line with the right hand. Back to Unioto, this is Stoley, and we have a violation on the Shermans, back down to 3.
It's been consistent, and again, that's how I prefer the game to be called, because as much as we play in the district final and regional in this league, we need to see it.
Back set to Stewart, down the line, gets the kill. Lead back up to 4.
One of the rare times Stewart gets to swing opposite there on that back side. She just does that on the first ball over before transitioning over to her strong side and gets the open net.
Serve from Stewart, received by Higley. Here's Ware on the far side. Unioto now cut right with the right hand, dig from Higley. Down the middle, this is Redmond with the left hand, blocked at the net by Zoe Detweiler. Lead back up to 5.
Good job of Detweiler staying out of the net there. Unioto with a chance to close this thing out here if they can push 2, as they like to say.
Another serve from Stewart, tough dig by Higley, free ball from Ware. Chance for Unioto to go on the attack. Here's a roll shot by Cutright, kept alive by the Panthers. Down the middle, this is Ware with the right hand, blocked at the net by Detweiler. Once again, blocked at the net. Detweiler and Cutright both get a piece of it. Here's Ware with the right hand. Miscommunication between the Shermans. However, they're able to get it back over on the right hand by Cutright. Cutright on the near side with the left hand, kept alive by Southeastern. Ware blocked at the net, but it'll go out of bounds. Lead is down to 4.
Fun sequence back and forth. I tell you, this Unioto team, as I've said so many times, they're just so long. You know, they're led by Daniels back in the back row, and it's just so hard to find an opening. They just do a good job of keeping the ball off the floor.
Senior Chloe Wills back to serve for the Panthers, received by Daniels. Here's a set to the near side for Cutright. This one is out of bounds, gives the point to the Panthers. Lead is back down to 3. That ties the lowest it's been here in set number 1.
Unioto was wanting a touch, but I think it just rolled right off the top of the net and out of bounds.
Another serve from Wills, once again received by Daniels down the middle. This is Detweiler, however, will have a touch violation on the Shermans, now down to a match high of a 2-point lead for Unioto.
Keep in mind that first set over at Southeastern, Unioto was up 24-19, I believe it was, and lost the set 26-24.
Timeout, Shermans. Once again, the lead is down to a match low of 2 for Unioto at 23-21.
If you're not as familiar with volleyball, and I try to make a connection to another sport, it's like a pitcher and catcher adjusting to a strike zone, or a basketball team adjusting to if they're going to let you play or they're going to call it more physical. With the second ball, you'll start to see how an official is going to let it go. Some officiating crews you see will let it get kind of loose. I prefer it this way because, as I was saying, we have so many teams. You highlighted it in the pregame. Playing in the district final, playing in the regional, and the deeper you go into the tournament, they're going to call it at that elite level. So I always appreciate it being called a little tighter.
Panthers threatening in the late stages of set number 1. Here's Wills with the serve for Southeastern. Set forward from Marshall. Here's Cutright with the right hand. It's blocked, however, sent back to the Panthers. This is Ware on the far side. Nice dig by Alexa West. Roll shot from Cutright. Set right down the middle. This is Redmond with the right hand. Kept alive by Unioto. Back set on the far side. It's Stully, however, kept alive. I believe that the point will go to Unioto.
Again, Unioto showing off their depth again, giving the young setter just a quick break. He's able to go Marshall into the setter spot.
Match point for the Shermans. Free ball from Wills. Set right down the middle. This is for Park. Nice dig by Josie Longheat. Now Ware with the right hand. Kept alive by Zoe Detweiler. Here's Cutright on the near side with the left hand. Gets the win for Unioto in set 1. (25-21) is our final in set 1. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at GlocknerCDJR@Portsmouth.com.
25-21 win for the Shermans in set 1. That's obviously one more set than they had against the Panthers the first time. It was a win in 3 sets for Southeastern in their first meeting, able to take the first set here tonight over the Panthers.
I want to give a little shout out to Westfall, the Lady Mustangs, led by Weiss and company there, heading back to the state in golf. Adina, Cindy Ader shot a 73 today and doesn't advance. I mean, that's a harsh reality in sports that we just don't get very many out there, but just an outstanding performance there. But appreciate John passing that on. I just wanted to highlight those kids on the air. But yeah, you go back to that first set. Don't you feel like it was the first 6, 7, 8 serves of the entire set that kind of set the tone? Unioto went out 5-1, 6-1, and Southeastern then settled in, and we played pretty even the rest of the way out. But that ended up being pretty much the difference here. We'll see if Southeastern can get off to a better start here in set 2.
Both teams with League matches later on in the week for Unioto. They stay at home and take on Piketon this Thursday. Southeastern heads back home, where they will host Paint Valley also on Thursday.
Getting the rotation squared away to get started here.
Be back here this Friday as the Shermans host Zane Choice on the gridiron. Should be a nice matchup in week 8. All right, second set underway. Serve from the left-handed Daniels, and we are underway as we have a violation on the Panthers. First point goes to Unioto.
Big stretch here for Southeastern. You know, Daniels, again, such a good serve, can really get on rolls. You want to get her off the line as quick as you can if you're Southeastern.
Panthers now on the attack. Soft touch from Longheed, kept alive. Here's an attempt by Park. It's blocked back over. Now Cutright with the right hand. Will it get the point for the Shermans? 2-0 lead here in set 2.
Nice athletic play from Cutright. She's off the net there, and she's able to find a spot down the line there. And here goes Unioto again, 2-0 with Daniels on the line.
Set from Wills to the far side. This is Longheed blocked at the net. Give the point to the Shermans.
They're saying no block there, so it hit the net, comes back for the 4th touch. So again, the block playing a factor even when they do not get the touch on the ball.
Panthers trailing 3-0 here in set number 1. Here's Cutright with the right hand. The Longheed on the far side. Big swing down the line. Nice dig from West. Another try for Longheed, this time able to find a gap. First point of the set for the Panthers.
Great call on your part, dude. I thought West made a great defensive play to allow the volley to continue, but just like all great players, you swing once and they dig it up, might as well swing again, get the kill.
Tight serve from Redmond will eventually. I'll be honest, I looked down at my roster. I did not see what happened.
Longheed had the open spot, went up 2 hands and played it and made the proper decision, just missed her spot and hit it out of bounds.
Hands it back over to the Shermans. Extremely tight to the net is West, and she'll come away with the ace on her first serve of the set. 5-1 Unioto.
Again, the Unioto serve impacting the match here out to the 5-1 start.
West serve tipped right back over by Ruckle. That'll give the Shermans a chance here on the attack. It's Cutright with the right hand. Unioto, check that. Southeastern able to keep it going. Here's Longheed with a big swing. Unioto able to recover back over. Free ball by the Shermans. It'll be an overpass, and now it'll catch in the line. Hard to tell from up in the top right corner.
Just miscommunication there in the back, and Wetzel. First it was Daniels, now it's Wetzel back on the line, and Southeastern's it's kind of the first set all over again.
West now 6-1 lead for the Shermans. Down the middle, this is Longheed with the right hand, dug up by West. There's Marshall on the free ball for the Shermans, set from Wills. This is Longheed again, soft touch, dig from Cutright. Down the middle, this is Park with the left hand, tipped right back over by Ruckle. Now Longheed with the left hand, a lot of self-touches on both sides. Eventually, Panthers will come away with the point, 6-2.
Missed opportunities for Unioto on the attack there. They just, setter and hitters couldn't get on the same page. They had some openings at the net there and couldn't capitalize.
Uhrig to serve for Southeastern, received by Marshall. Back to Marshall on the third touch, back over to the Panthers, dug up by Higley. Here's Longheed on the attack. And she'll get the kill. Unioto. Another serve from Uhrig. Tough received by West. Nearly an ace. Kept alive by the Panthers. Longheat, a big swing. It's blocked at the net by Marshall. 7-3 lead for Unioto.
That's just a terrific effort. She makes the diving save on the left side of the court, gets up, sprints across, and is there to set the block. Well done. Great effort.
7-3 lead. Wills over on the second touch. Here's a back set to Marshall with two hands, trying to find a gap in the Panthers defense, not able to do so. Here's Longheat back over for the Panthers. Now free ball from Unioto. Longheat to Wills, right back to Longheat, blocked the net by Park and Marshall. Miscommunication by the Panthers, able to get it back over. That's Katie Pinkerton to the near side. This is Jade Stewart, not able to get the kill, nearly blocked the net. Longheat comes away with the kill, 7-4.
Josie has such the ability in the air to just kind of hit some of the off speed. She can swing it hard, kind of like the fastball changeup off speed of the pitcher, and she really can disrupt the timing of the block.
Longheat back to serve, diving effort for Miller. Free ball from Stewart, chance for the Panthers to attack to the far side. Blocked at the net is Ware, however kept alive by the Panthers. Chance now for Unioto on the attack. Stewart, big swing down the line, kept alive by the Panthers through the rafters. Free ball from Southeastern. Back set, this is Marshall on the far side, long of the back line. Lead is down to 2.
Marshall was going just a little earlier, and the set, just the timing off of it a little bit, calls the hitting error.
Another serve from Longheat, 7-5 lead for the Shermans. Make that 7-6 as Park not able to get it to the Panther side of the court. Lead down to 1, timeout Unioto.
Give Ware the block there, and again, I can't stress enough that how important the serving is, the ability to serve, receive, and get that ball on target to your setter so that you can get all of your hitters going.
I know this is something we've talked about previously, but I wanted you to talk a little bit about how the left-handed serve from a player like Daniels can affect the back line when you're trying to receive a serve, because it's similar to facing a left-handed pitcher in baseball or something else to that degree.
I've talked to some girls about that, and they said it certainly can. They said, you know, as you get into the match, you adjust, but they said a lot of times the hitter at the net, the serve, is certainly it's backwards, as you say, you know what I mean? So you just have to kind of really know the opponent, know the scouting report.
7-6 lead here in set number 2. Marshall, big swing, blocked at the net by Ware. In the rafters, this one's tied up at 7 apiece. Low ceiling here at Unioto.
Goes up there and hits it, stays on your side, you can play it. Goes up there and hits and goes across, that's a no-no.
Longheat still serving for the Panthers as they take their first lead of the night. 8-7 here in set 2.
Good patience there from Stouffer, the freshman, to let that ball go wide.
Another serve from Longheat, received by Miller. Down the middle, this is Parks, kept alive by the Panthers. Now on the attack, this is Ware with the right hand. Big swing down the line at the net. This is Ruckel. Stewart now for Unioto, dug up by Abby Uhrig. This is Ware once again. Big swing down the far line. Unioto able to pinball it around and get the point for the Shermans. Tied back up at 8.
I just can't say enough about the Unioto defense. I feel like Southeastern's come on some pretty good attacks, some pretty good timing, some pretty good swings, and the Unioto defense just up to the challenge each time.
Park to serve for the Shermans, received by Higley. This is Ware down the line. We'll have a violation on the Panthers. Unioto back in front, 9-8. Second serve for Park. This is Higley on the receive, now to Ware on the far side. Nice dig by Miller. Swing from Stewart pushes the lead up to 2 for the Shermans, 10-8.
I like what Unioto's doing tonight. They seem to be getting off the net more for Stewart and giving her a little bit more room to work. You know, a lot of times she's a little undersized when the ball's tight at the net against the block.
Panthers now on the attack down the middle. This is Ruckel. Now a chance for Unioto to the near side. This is Stewart. Big swing with the right hand. Now to Ware with a roll shot, dug by Miller. Set right down the middle. This is Detweiler with the right hand, kept alive by the Panthers. Now Ware with a two-handed push over. Cuts the lead back down to 1, 10-9 in set number 2.
Well done by Ware. She sees that the block's not there in time, and you're basically just tooling that block right off the outside hand out of bounds.
Nearly an ace for the libero Higley, kept alive by the Shermans. Big swing from Detweiler. Here's the attack for the Panthers, no good for Ware. Down the line, this is Stewart, right hand, tough attempt there in the back line for the Panthers. That'll push the lead up to 2.
Great team point there from Unioto. Miller and Daniels giving some nice back row defensive play. Then they get going on the attack, and Stewart goes across court and finds the back corner.
Lead back up to 2, 11-9. The sophomore Stanley back to serve for the Shermans. Set to the near side. This is Stewart. It's far of the back line. That'll hand things back over to the Panthers. Lead is back down to 1. Been back and forth here in set 2.
Yeah, we've really had competitive volleyball outside of the first 5 or 6 serves of both sets, and that was the difference in the opening set.
Wills the serve for the Panthers, received by Miller. Here's Stanley bumping it to the near side. This is Stully with the right hand, gets caught up in the net, hand the point to the Panthers, tied once again at 11, the third tie of the set.
Nice deep serve, pushed Miller back to the back line, and the setter had to chase it down, and setter and hitter couldn't get on the same page.
Down the middle, Detweiler, a big swing, gets the kill.
Love the tempo there. Starts with a nice low pass from Miller. Middle hitter goes quick, gets right up on top the setter. Middle block can't get set in time.
Junior Jade Stewart back to serve for the Shermans. 12-11 lead for Unioto in set 2. Set from Stanley. This is Cutbright able to get the kill. Nearly blocked at the net by Katie Pinkerton and Braylee Redmond. However, it almost gets pinned in between them.
Pinkerton was there. That's where you just simply got to get your hands out over the net. And the hitter's able to swing hard and get that ball down inside there.
Kill for Cutright. Lead is up to 2, 13-11. This is Pinkerton. Big swing. It's dug up by the libero Daniels. Kept alive. Here's a free ball. Overpass. Taking advantage of it is Zoe Detweiler. Lead is up to 3. Second time we've seen Unioto take advantage of an overpass.
Another opportunity where Southeastern would come away with a kill on a lot of nights, but not with Daniels in the back row, and the play goes on and they get the kill.
Gives the ace to Stewart. Lead is now up to 4. Unioto rallying in the middle of set 2. Timeout Southeastern. 15-11 lead for the Shermans.
Probably some of the best volleyball I've seen Stewart play here in the last couple of weeks. I know she went through a couple matches where I'd seen them struggle. Keep in mind, Unioto doesn't play kids really all the way around, so they play a lot of specialization. They play a lot of kids 3 rotations at a time, and you know, maybe it's tough for kids to get going sometimes, but I think tonight is some of the best all-around volleyball I've seen her play. She's serving it well. She's defending well. The effort is really, really good, getting some opportunities from both the backside and the strong side. Has really, really had some nice impact here on the match through this first set and a half.
15-11 lead for the Shermans coming out of the timeout. Stewart to serve. To the near side, this is Ware with the right hand, kept alive by Unioto. 2-hand touch over for Stanley. Violation for the Panthers. 16-11.
Southeastern worked this hard to get back again, and here it's been a lot of the Stewart serve that's causing the problems indirectly.
Tight serve from Stewart, received by Higley. This is Pinkerton on the far side. It's kept alive by Unioto. Now Stully, big swing with the right hand is long of the back line. Lead is down to 4, 16-12. Cut right with the right hand, blocked at the net by Pinkerton. That'll hand the point over. Or excuse me, it went out of bounds off the block. So
that time the block did get set, just not able to turn the hands inside, and the ball was sailed out of bounds.
Left-handed Daniels back to serve for Unioto. This is Longheed with a big swing coming down the line. Gets it back on the Panther side, 17-13.
One of the few times she's been able to swing on the open net. That time she gets out on the nice low set, tight to the net. The block is late to set, and she gets the open opportunity.
Set down the line for Stoley, a soft touch, able to find a gap in the defense. Lead is back up to 5.
Give Stanley a lot of credit. Good setter play there to stay out of the net. Get that ball popped up there to give her teammate a chance.
Wetzel, her first time serving tonight. Down the middle, this is Longheed, blocked at the net by Park and Cutright.
Park's as good as it gets defensively at the net. She shows off her size there.
19-13, the largest lead of the set for Unioto. This one to the near side, cut right with the left hand, dug up by Morgan Ware. Now Longheed on the tack with the right hand, off a defender and in for the kill. Lead is down to 5.
Can't say enough about how impressed I am with Longheed. I know she had the big match earlier in the year against Unioto. Unioto's really keen on her tonight, but she's still finding some opportunities.
Back set to Cutright on the far side. She'll come away with the kill with Unioto the first to 20 in set 2.
Just as I said with Stewart earlier, what happens there is Cutright hits out of the opposite side on that first ball over before transitioning over to the strong side. And again, the Southeastern block's got to be aware of that.
Cutright back to serve. 6-point lead, make it 7. The ace for Cutright makes it a 21-14 lead. Timeout Southeastern.
Really starting the first set, starting the second set, and then every time Southeastern's threatened to get back in a set, it's been the Unioto serve that's really started to take the match over. We've watched stretches from Daniels there with the left hand, Wetzel with the serve. We watched Cutright. We watched Stewart in this particular set go on a nice run in the middle. And again, you won't always see it in the ace total, but you'll see it with a few aces. Then you'll see it with poor serve receive. That in itself can offset the Longheed and the Ware attacks on the other side and give Unioto the chance to come back. Unioto's serving and defense have just been outstanding.
Cutright to serve for the Shermans, 21-14 lead in set 2. Here's Longheed on the far side. This one is in the net, 22-14.
One of the few times you'll see Wills and Longheed not on the same page. They're as good as it gets in terms of assist and attack.
Wills a sent. This is Longheed on the far sideline, dug up by Morgan Daniels. Here's Stewart on the attack for Unioto. Longheed with a roll shot, initially blocked to the net, kept alive by Unioto. Stewart now on the attack, a tough dig. That's Abby Urig on the dig for the Panthers, kept alive by Unioto. Jesse Higley diving to keep it alive for the Panthers. Here's a free ball blocked at the net by Abby Park. Panthers now with a free ball over to Unioto. Park now on the attack, down the line. Another tough dig by Higley on the overpass. Still kept alive by Unioto. Back set, Marshall, a big swing, blocked to the net. That's Longheed. Lead is down to 7.
That is outstanding volleyball back and forth. Great effort, great defensive plays at the net and in the back row, and two really good teams just not letting the ball to the floor. Outstanding.
Wallachie to tight serve. Now Stewart on the attack for Unioto. And she'll come away with the kill. That pushes it back up to 8.
Again, if you're watching at home, notice how Stewart is off of the net, and it really makes it harder for the big block to time it up, and she's able to do some creative shot making rather than just taking on the big block.
Wallachie to set to the far side. That's where on the attack, Unioto now doing the same. This is Stewart, and ricochets off of the backboard. Tough break for the Panthers. Now a match point for Unioto. Park comes away. I think that Alley Park comes away with the ace to win the set 25-15. Unioto takes a 2-0 lead over the Panthers. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
There's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly, and be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
(25-21) win in set 1 for Unioto. 25-15 win for the Shermans in set 2. A 2-0 lead for the Shermans as we head to set number 3.
Can't say enough about the Unioto depth. It's really been on display tonight. You're seeing it across the attack at the net. You're seeing it in the serving statistics. I don't know if a lot of people picked up on it. I thought it was a great coaching move with the young setter there in the opening set. Coach Hutton. How many teams have the luxury of going to the senior setter, Marshall, for a few points there to settle down the young setter? All she did was play the setter position last year. I think I heard in her memory in senior night 1,000 assists in her career. So again, and that's with already having one setter, as you said in the pregame, hurt for the year. So just the depth is unreal. They keep coming at you with size at the net, athleticism across the back row, and they're knocking on the door of inching one step closer to a league championship.
Rest of the schedule for Unioto is Piketon this Thursday at ZT Tuesday, and then back home against Huntington to wrap up not only the league schedule, but as of now, just schedule in general.
So in the magic number, not even counting what Adena might do, Unioto would need 2 more wins for the secure the tie. They would obviously have to win out, assuming Adena wins out, to get the outright tie.
Set 3 moments away here. Senior Morgan Ware back to serve for the Panthers. Down the middle, this is Park with a big swing. Unioto out to a 1-0 lead in set 3.
Really good. You get that pass on target. It's amazing how much quicker you can go in the middle. The block was just late to go up with her.
Wetzel back to serve, cut right, catches a piece of it at the net. Panthers able to keep it alive. Here's an overpass. Unioto back over. Have a violation on the Panthers. 2-0 Unioto.
Southeastern's frustrated with the officiating there. They felt like the setter had the right to that ball on her side. They felt like Cutright interfered. The official was shaking the head no at them in the middle of the volley, and then you add salt to the wound with the which was, that call was a good one.
Far side, Longheed with the right hand, kept alive by Daniels. Now cut right on the attack for Unioto off of the block's hand. Now down the middle, this is Redmond, dug up by Madeline Wetzel. Ball is tipped around in the net. Panthers able to get it back over. This one rattles around in the rafters. Nice play by Abby Marshall to keep it alive for Unioto. Now Longheed on the attack, dig by Daniels. Here's a back set from West. Marshall tips it over with the right hand. Free ball from Southeastern. Here's a set right down the middle for Park with the right hand. Catches a piece of the back line. Give the point to Unioto. 3-0 lead.
Stop me if you've heard this before tonight. Unioto off to another fast start here in a set. It's really been the difference in the entire match. Southeastern's got to feel like they've been playing catch-up all night.
Longheed on the attack. Catches a piece of the back line. However, it's reversed by the officials to give the point to Unioto.
Coach Hutton doubling up there a little bit with coach and line judge. Gets the reversal of the call.
Longheed now on the attack. This one is not up for dispute. Way longer the back line. 5-0 lead for Unioto. Serve from Wetzel. Here's the set from Willis. Tipped over by Pinkerton. Now Unioto on the attack. This is cut right with the right hand. It looks like we'll have another violation on the Panthers. Make it a 6-0 lead here coming out of the gate for Unioto in set 3.
As I said earlier, Wetzel serves it at 96% efficiency while still having the 12% ace, and she's showing off that serve here in the early going.
Far side, Longheed tips it over. Nice tip over by Cupride. Will find the hole after initially being tipped by the Panthers. Lead is up to 7. Timeout Southeastern.
You know, a lot of people are going to be saying, man, Southeastern beat Unioto in straight sets the first time Unioto's come back and really been in control of the match tonight, and both of those things are true. The biggest difference tonight from watching that match earlier in the year, Unioto getting off to the fast starts, but then being able to put them away late in the set. Remember, they let a big lead get away in one of the sets down there at Southeastern. And then I think what's happened with Unioto's size and athleticism and their defense, it's just wears on their opponent throughout the night. You make some nice attacks, you make some nice swings, and you're so used to seeing that ball fall in for the kill. Tonight it's not, and that frustration starts to build.
Wetzel to serve for the Shermans, leading 7-0 over the Panthers coming out of the timeout. Cut right on the attack, blocked at the net. Tipped by Daniels, give the point to the Panthers, their first of the set. Redmond to serve. Tight to the net, received by Daniels, set to the near side. This is Marshall, nice dig by Redmond. However, it will fly out of bounds. 8-1 lead for Unioto. Cut right to serve with an 8-1 lead. Wills is set right down the middle. It's struck by Longheed, kept alive by the Shermans, eventually tipped over by Pinkerton, their second point of the match, 8-2.
Still early enough for Southeastern to go here, but they're certainly going to have to cut into this thing here early in the set.
Uric serve too tight to the net, hands it right back over to Unioto, 9-2.
Urig's had a pretty good night back there on the line. That time, that ball just catches the top of the net on her, and now Daniels.
Wills trying to tip it over on the second touch, blocked by Detweiler at the net. Now Detweiler attempting to tip it over, but after a violation by the Shermans, lead is cut to 6 at 9-3.
Where you survive that stretch there of Wetzel and Cutright and Daniels back on the line.
Free ball by the Shermans. Chance now for the Panthers to go on the attack. This is Ware with the right hand, blocked at the net. However, goes out of bounds. Give the point to the Panthers, 9-4.
Over Huntington Paint Valley, Huntington jumped out to 2-0 lead, but Paint Valley comes back and wins the third set. So Huntington up 2-1 going to the fourth set there in that particular match.
Lougheed to the middle. That's Ruckel getting it over on the roll shot for the Panthers. Down the middle. Detweiler's kill attempt is in the net. 10-5 lead for Unioto.
Give Ruckel a lot of credit there, putting up the big block and playing a part in the hitting there.
Higley to serve for the Panthers. Sent to the near side. This is Stoley on the attack. Nice play there by Higley to keep it alive for Southeastern. Ware gets it back over to Unioto's side. Here's a free ball for the Panthers. Now Stewart with the right hand, stuck up in the net. Back-to-back points for the Panthers, 10-6. Down the middle, Detweiler, a soft touch, finds a gap in the defense. Lead back up to 5, 11-6.
Yeah, just getting caught too deep there. The big middle block allows you to funnel that a little bit. You have to anticipate the tip there a little bit, and costly point there for Southeastern.
Tight serve from Stewart. Here's Lougheed to the far side. Ware able to get the kill. 11-7 now in set 3.
Give Southeastern a lot of credit there. When they ended up falling behind, they had Lougheed go to the back row, and Ware and company up here giving them some support from other areas.
Cutright tips it over with the left hand. The diving effort from Ware is not enough. Lead is back up to 5. (12-7) lead for the Shermans. Won the first 2 sets, 25-21, 25-15. Detweiler's serve is in the net. Hands things back over to Southeastern, 12-8.
Pretty good stretch for Southeastern. They survive it to 12-8 deficit, and they have Lougheed back to the front row now.
Free ball for the Shermans. Chance now for Southeastern to go on the attack. Lougheed down the middle, a big swing. Cuts it down to 3.
Just like that, again, give Southeastern's entire rotation. I can't say it enough. They survived that stretch with her in the back row. Now at 12-8, she comes back, gets the kill, makes it 12-9. And let's see if Southeastern can string together some serving.
Sent to the near side. This is Cutright. Big swing dug up by the libero Higley. Now Lougheed on the attack. Dig from Cutright and nobody home on the second touch. Point goes to Southeastern, 12-10.
Big time swing, averaging over 5 kills per set. She can easily have one of those 8, 9, 10 kill type of sets and put her team on her back.
Cutright gets it back over with a two-handed touch. Free ball by the Panthers. Cutright on the first touch, able to drop it in. 13-10.
Nicely done. Southeastern with a great opportunity, unable to just control the ball and get on the attack, and then Cutright with just a great senior play, great vision, great execution.
Free ball for the Panthers, received by Daniels. Now Cutright on the near side, big swing. Lougheed opposite side of the floor, blocked, but will fall down on the Unioto side. Lead is down to 2. Big swing from Longheat.
Give Southeastern libero Jesse Higley a lot of credit there, keeping that ball up off the floor and giving Wills a chance to get that ball out there to Longheat.
Wetzel is served. This is Marshall with a soft touch. Second touch back over by Pinkerton. Southeastern will come away with the point. Lead is down to 1 after trailing 7-1 earlier on in set 3. Redmond to serve. Near side, big swing from Cutright. Gets the kill. Lead back up to 2, 14-12.
Back-to-back times now where when her teams needed it the most, Cutright with just a steady play on the attack. Now back to serve.
Down the middle, Longheat kept alive by the Shermans. Here's Marshall with the roll shot. Dig from Higley now. Pinkerton on the opposite side, however, violation on the Panthers, 15-12. Cutright to serve.
Ella serves it at 97.5% efficiency. That time, ball just gets deep and really eats her up.
Coming off the ace, 16-12 lead. Big swing from Longheat, blocked at the net by Park, pushed over by Ware, who eventually comes away with the point, 16-13 in set 3.
So you got the one of the league's best hitters just hammered away, and Unioto's diving to keep that off the floor. Then the two-hand free ball finds its way to the floor. So I don't know. You tell me.
Uhrig back to serve, drops it in, close to the back line. Give the ace to Abby Uhrig.
Give Abby a lot of credit there. She's had a nice night on the line. The last time she had the serving error, a lot of times kids will go a little timid. She comes back aggressive. Another one, outstanding.
Back-to-back aces. For the senior, drops another one in on the back line, 16-15. Lead back down to 1 for the Panthers. Uhrig takes juice off of her third serve. Unioto able to recover. Panthers now on the attack. Big swing from Longheat is out of bounds. 17-15, Unioto takes back over. Daniels to serve.
Southeastern just had trouble getting ahead. What have they had? One lead of 1 point tonight?
Down the middle, Ruckel tips it over with 2 hands, dug up by Daniels. Free ball by Marshall. Chance now for the Panthers to go on the attack. Here's Longheat with the soft touch. Unioto recovers. Detweiler a soft touch of her own. Kept alive for the time being, but will get caught up in the net. Lead back up to 3. Longheat on the far side is blocked at the net. However, it goes out of bounds, so give the point to Southeastern, 18-16, blocked by Detweiler and Marshall. Longheat back to serve. Back set from Wetzel. Kill attempt by Marshall will give it to her. Lead is back up to 3, 19-16.
Marshall was so key in last week's 5-set win over Adina from that backside spot, making some big-time plays and some big-time situations. Coming through here to give the Lady Shermans a 19-16 advantage.
Roll shot from Ware. Chance now for Unioto to go on the attack. Two-handed touch over from Stewart, now dug up by Miller on Unioto's side. Stewart once again a soft touch dug by Longheat, set from Stauffer to the far side. That's Ware tipped over on the second touch by the Shermans. Another chance for Southeastern on the attack. Tipped over with two hands by Ruckel. Now with Stewart with a right-handed touch over. Ware fading away, able to find it off of a ricochet. Lead back down to 2, 19-17.
Nice job by Ruckel to go there. Really ended up freezing the block a little bit and giving the outside hitter just a little bit more of an opportunity. Nice job by the middle hitter.
Set from Stanley. Detweiler on the attack for Unioto. Free ball opportunity now for the Shermans. It's Stewart, however, will have a violation on the set for Unioto. 19-18 lead for the Shermans in set 3. Higley to serve. Scully on the attack for the Shermans. Drops it into the back right corner. Sherman's the first to 20 in set 3.
Unioto just comes at you in so many different ways. And there's another one from Stawley on the attack there. 5, 6, 7 different kids at the net, impacting it throughout the night. Just unbelievable depth of this team.
Serve from Stewart nearly gets away from the Panthers. Here's a free ball opportunity down the middle. Detweiler back over by Redmond on the second touch. Overpass taken advantage of by Ware. Kept alive by Unioto. Here's a big swing from Cutright down the line. Block goes out of bounds. Point Unioto.
About 3 different times Southeastern gets within 1. And Unioto pushes it back to 3. And just about every time Cutright's been in the middle of it in some way.
Stewart's serve is into the net. That'll hand things back over to Southeastern. 21-19, Unioto leading.
I don't know what's going to happen here at the end of this third set, but give Southeastern a lot of credit. What did we say, 14-3 volleyball team? They haven't had their A game tonight. Man, this Unioto team's so good. They're so deep, and Southeastern, they've been there all night. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Chloe Wills to serve. Ace for Wills brings it within 1.
Well, here's the point for Southeastern that doesn't seem to exist, the get even point there, 21-20. It's about the 4th different time they've been back to this point here in the third set.
Serve from Wills, tight to the net, and overpass by Cutright. Big swing from Redmond down the middle. We're tied at 21. Timeout, Unioto.
Well, anybody said, you feel like it's been all Unioto all night, and here you are in a race to 4, win by 2. If you're Southeastern and you're able to pull this off, you're right back in this thing. That's just how volleyball goes. So, Unioto coming out of a timeout right here. See if they can get that championship focus that they're chasing here over this week and next week to see if they can So to finish this thing off, it starts with just a good old pass on target to the setter. Let's see what they can come up with here.
(21-21). Panthers rallying late in set number 3. Wills back to serve for the Panthers. Free ball opportunity now for Southeastern. Wills to the far side. Big swing from Ware. Block will go out of bounds off the hands of Sully. Southeastern takes the lead 22-21.
We think that's only Southeastern's second time leading all night.
Set right down the middle. Detweiler over with the right hand. Wills another set to the far side. This is Ware. Big swing. Drops it in. 23-21. Largest lead for the Panthers here in this set. Timeout, Unioto.
give Morgan Ware a lot of credit. She's offering a lot of just balance for the Southeastern attack throughout the night. Longheat's had some of her same numbers, but I've been real impressed with a little bit more of the balance for Southeastern. Morgan's having a nice night there, Morgan Ware at the net, and then Redmond and Ruckel on the inside. I think Zurich, I've been real impressed with her serve. Chloe Wills has been as solid as always at the setter position. Higley leads a nice defensive attack. So again, I go down the roster there, and I see a lot of kids doing some positive things.
Unioto now trailing by 2. Roll shot from Cutright. Wills a set, far side, Ware a big swing, blocked at the net by Detweiler alongside Stully. Here's Cutright with the right hand. Stuck in the net. The Panthers able to recover and get it back over. Another opportunity now with Stully for Unioto, dug up by Josie Longheat. Longheat now with the right hand, back over to the Shermans. Here's a sent to the near side, big swing from Ella Cutright. Now Ware on the opposite side, diving play by Morgan Daniel, set from Stanley. Big swing from Cutright, blocked back over by the Panthers. Soft touch from Ware. Left hand, Cutright, blocked at the net, nearly drops it in, back over, point for the Panthers. Braylee Redmond with the left hand. Set point.
Again, great volleyball back and forth, great effort. Some really good defensive plays on both sides.
Running out of breath. Wills to serve, received by West. Roll shot from Cutright. Free ball opportunity for Unioto. Set down the middle. This is Cutright on the near side. Almost blocked at the net by Redmond. Now Ware on the opposite side. Chance now for Unioto. Left hand, Cutright, blocked at the net, kept alive by the Shermans. Stully back over with the free ball. Down the middle, Redmond, big swing, give the set to Southeastern. (25-21), the Panthers take set 3, force a 4th set here tonight. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
(25-21), set 3 win for the Panthers after trailing 7-1 in the early goings of the set. They storm back. 4-point win in set 3 for Southeastern.
It's funny, dude, because I mean, tell me if you're watching something different. Throughout the night, you feel like Unioto has been in control start to finish. Like from the beginning of all 3 sets, they jumped out. Feels like Southeastern's been playing catch up. Honestly, Unioto's played some of the best volleyball in stretches that I've seen them play. They've certainly had their valleys, but I think the biggest thing that my takeaway is just Southeastern's ability to not go away. You know, they just, so many times you see teams just get to a point of frustration. They fall down in a third set, 8, 9, 10 points, and it's over. Where to their credit, give their coaches credit on timeouts, give their leaders credit on the floor. And now you can see it in their body language a little bit that there's a little bit of a belief there. But again, coaching as many sports as I have over the last 20, 25 years, a lot of times I just know momentum's a funny thing. And you feel like Unioto's been in control, and they still are up 2-1, but your Southeastern certainly has light.
Morgan Daniels to start things off for the Shermans in set 4. Winners in the first two, 25-21, 25-15, falling to Southeastern 25-21 in set 3. Set 4 underway. Near side, cut right with the left hand. Dig by Higley, down the middle, Redmond. Now Park the other way. Redmond on the second touch, Daniels right there, another tap over by the Shermans. Marshall on the dig for Unioto, cut right near side with two hands, dig from Higley. Now Longheat, big swing on the far side is in the net. First point goes to Unioto.
Nice job by Wills to get that ball the way out there too, or just a little bit low at contact.
Daniels, tight serve, catches the top part of the net. Evens it up at 1 apiece.
Dewey elsewhere, Huntington won that fourth set, so Huntington wins 3-1 over Paint Valley tonight.
Redmond to serve for Southeastern. Nearly an overpass, tipped over by Wetzel on the second touch. Down the middle, it's Longheat with the right hand. Dig from Daniels. Here's a set to the near side by Wetzel. Big swing from Cutright. Unioto back out in front, 2-1.
Nice job avoiding the block there and getting it in between. Cutright's enjoying a nice night.
Wetzel to serve for Unioto. Here's Wills down the middle, Longheat, dug up by West. Free ball for the Panthers. Longheat, another swing. This one also dug up, this time West. Near side, Cutright with the right hand, gets the kill. 3-1 lead for Unioto in set 4.
Again, the block is there. Cutright just with a lot of experience, able to tool the block in some different directions. The block's got to be able to get out across the net.
Wetzel serve just over the net, give her the ace. 4-1 Unioto.
Watching her serve and hit her spots, I can't believe how high she serves percentage-wise.
Panthers now trailing 4-1 in set 4. Near side, Cutright pushes it over with two hands. Wills on the set. This is Longheat down the middle. Nice, easy tap over for the junior. Now Cutright blocked at the net. Unioto able to keep it alive. Free ball from the Shermans. Chance now for Southeastern to go on the attack. Longheat, a big swing, blocked once again at the net by Park and Marshall. Shane, you'll have to explain that one.
Well, it was a great cover from Ware on the first time where it was blocked. Then the second time, the ball was really tight to the net. I think they were going to have a point, but they had someone go in the net, so the net violation gives the point back to Southeastern.
Uhrig back to serve, tight to the net, dug up by West, however, trails out of bounds. Lead is down to 1, 4-3.
This has been a serve that's really given Unioto fits. Uhrig's had a nice night on the line.
Uhrig to serve again, received by West. Far side, this is Cutright who gets it over, ricochets off of a Panther. And out of play, lead back up to 2, 5-3.
Southeastern like to have that one back. You get basically what was going to be a free ball and a chance to attack. And not only you lose the point, but you take Uhrig off the line.
Cutright to serve with a 6-3 lead. Wills to Longheat, roll shot, nearly drops it in. Nice dig from Stewart, who goes on the attack now with the right hand. Longheat, another go on the near side. A lot of juice on that one off the dig attempt by Cutright and out of bounds. Lead is now back down to 2.
Big time swing from Longheat on the outside. Adina up 2-0 on Westfall. That's 25-22, 25-13. Zane Trace beats Piketon in 3.
Overpass by Unioto, over by Ruckel is out of bounds past the back line. Lead back up to 3 for the Shermans, 7-4.
Right idea, just missed her spot.
Park to serve. Set from Lougheed to Ware. Big swing down the line, kept alive by Unioto. Free ball opportunity down the middle. Ruckel, a big swing, gets the kill. 7-5.
So important for Southeastern to get some of that out of the middle. It just keeps the middle block honest. Even when Lougheed and Ware are out there on the outside, it keeps the middle block off of them.
Higley to serve for the Panthers. There's a set down the middle by Wetzel. Zoe Detweiler taps it over. Now Ware on the far side, kept alive by Unioto. Marshall on the second touch, back over to the Panthers. Miscommunication between the Panthers will allow Unioto to take an 8-5 lead.
That Zane Trace straight set went over Piketon was 13-10-13. So nice performance for Zane Trace tonight. I believe that's their 8th overall win when you start looking ahead to the tournament.
8-5 lead. Stanley serving for the Shermans. Here's Ware on the attack for the Panthers. Batted right back down by Stully. Now Redmond looking to find a hole in the back corner. On the attack, Stewart with the left hand.
Stewart showing off some athleticism there to go adjust on that tight ball without and able to do so while staying out of the net.
Long serve from Stanley will push it back to a 3-point deficit for the Panthers. Chloe Wills to serve. Stully with a roll shot back over to the Panthers. Set from Wills now. Ware, big swing with the right hand. Gets the kill. Lead down to 1. Check that, lead down to 2.
I like when Southeastern really pushes that strong side hitter all the way out there because it's really putting a lot of pressure on the Unioto block to get out there and get set.
Wills serve, received by Miller. Here's a back set by Marshall over to Stewart. Kill attempt on the way, kept alive by Higley. Knocked back over by Ware on the roll shot. Marshall one-handed tip now. Detweiler tries to tip it back over, but will have a violation on Marshall.
Good try for Marshall there. The up official just felt like there was a little bit of a rest on the hand, a little bit of a lift, but certainly a good try to stay out of the net.
Marshall the set to Stully, nearly drops in, dug up by Chloe Wills, now back over to the Shermans. Daniels into the net, that ties it back up at 9. Tight set.
Seems like a little bit of the energy in the gym's been zapped out of here with the Southeastern third set win.
Here's Marshall a set down the middle to Detweiler. Soft touch over with the right hand. Now Ware for the Panthers. Marshall on the second touch. Nice recovery by Higley. Ware on the attack with 2 hands. Tries to drop it in. Kept alive by Detweiler. Now Stewart on the attack for Unioto. Drops it in. 10-9 lead for Unioto in set 4.
Solid night for Stewart continues. She's been involved in a lot of different aspects.
Wills down the middle. This is Redmond on the attack. Drops it in. Once again tied, this time at 10 apiece. Back and forth so far here in set 4. Nearly an ace for the Panthers. Tipped back over. Nice play by Higley for the Panthers. Attempted roll shot by Redmond is into the net. Unioto takes back their lead at 11-10.
Some of the volleyball been a little sloppier. I thought we reached some really high level of play there in the second and third set. In this fourth set, not quite the same. It's been kind of anybody's set here in the middle.
Lougheed, big swing down the line. Unioto nearly able to recover. Diving effort from West and Marshall, not enough. We're tied up once again at 11. Redmond serving for the Panthers. Marshall is set to the near side. Cut right on the kill for Unioto. Sherman's back in front, 12-11.
Southeastern's had a lot of problems setting the block with Cutright and Stewart outside loose off of the net is where I like them. I think that's where the Southeastern size has really had trouble adjusting.
Wetzel to serve for the leading Shermans. Comes away with the ace. Lead is up to 2, 13-11.
This has been one of the rotations with Wetzel on the line that's really favored Unioto this evening.
Will sets it up down the middle. Lougheed drops it in for the point, down to 1. 13-12.
Outstanding vision. Yeah, she's been going with the hard swing out of the middle most of the night. That time she's able to adjust. Give Daniels credit on the effort, just unable to keep it off the floor.
Now Ware to serve. Free ball for the Panthers. Ware. Now to Wills, down the middle, Ruckel, big swing with the right hand. We're tied up once again. 13 apiece. Timeout, Unioto.
Dewey, tell me if I'm making this up. It seemed like with senior night, it seemed like there was a ton of energy in the gym all night. I thought Unioto's played really hard, really emotional. They controlled the first couple sets. They were in control of the third set. As Southeastern made that run, seems like a little bit of energy in the gym. You know, like what do they say sometimes? Like it almost feels anxious. They're still invested, but this is a time right here. If Southeastern could win, say, 4 out of these next 6 points, they could really start to put themselves in a position to go. I think this is a real pivotal time for Unioto to get control and put this thing away.
Uhrig to serve, 13-13 set. Down the middle, Park taps it over. Blocked by Ruckel at the net. Now Marshall on the attack. Nice dig by Higley. Back set from Wetzel. Marshall on the attack, kept alive by the libero. Higley now on the other side. Lougheed trying to get it over. It's ricocheted off of Wetzel and out of bounds. Panthers back out in front, 14-13.
Some great defensive effort from Southeastern made all that possible. And again, Lougheed showing off her full arsenal with the nice touch on the outside.
Tight serve from Uhrig. Here's Marshall on the attack for the Shermans, kept alive by the Panthers. Far side now, this is Lougheed, dug up by Morgan Daniels. Now Cutright, big swing down the line. Nice dig from the libero Higley. Free ball opportunity now for Unioto down the middle. Park, a big swing, dug up by Morgan Ware. Now on the attacker, the Panthers. Lougheed tipped at the net. Set right down the middle for Park, and we'll have a lift violation on the Shermans, their second of the set. Lead is up to 2 for Southeastern.
Tough call there, not the same type of double we've seen throughout the night. That's more of the lift. Coach Hutton not very happy with that one.
Set from Wetzel. Attack from Marshall off the net. Now down the middle, it's Ruckel with a big right-handed swing. Near-sided attack for the Shermans. Cutright dug up by Jesse Higley. Lougheed nearly able to drop it in, kept alive by Unioto. It eventually drops in right in front of Morgan Daniels. Set high lead now for the Panthers at 3, 16-13. Another tight serve, gets the ace, Abby Uhrig.
Can't say enough about her serving on the night. Just been terrific. Comes in with averaging right around a half an ace per set played.
Right down the middle, Park. Nearly kept alive by the Panthers. Park cuts the Panther lead down to 3, 17-14. Cut right to serve. Set from Wills, Longheed down the line. Gets the kill. Big swing from the junior.
Give Higley a lot of credit. That particular spot that Cutright's been hitting throughout the night is really giving her some fits. That time, pass right on target, right at a key time to give Longheed a nice swing.
(19-14) Panther lead. Timeout, Unioto.
Well, there was Unioto's serve earlier in the match, really Southeastern serve, and a lot of the night's been led by Uhrig on the line. I was checking out the stat sheet. I said about a half a ace per set, but again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's not always just the ace, it's also what it does to the passing and so forth. The one knock maybe throughout the year, she'd only been getting that in about 90%. Tonight, I can only remember her missing one. So when you think about risk-reward, you're talking about a really high-level serve that's been put in play at a high percentage, and I think it's really impacted the match, particularly here in the third and fourth set.
Five-point lead for the Panthers. Longheed to serve. Sherman's now on the attack. Stewart, a big swing down the line, gets the kill. 19-14.
They're going to go that tight to the net. It's got to be a lower set. That time it was, and nicely executed.
On the attack, it's Ware. Gets the kill off the block attempt by Marshall. Southeastern, the first to 20 in set 4. Up by 5.
Again, if you're watching at home, when Ware and Longheed are on the outside, notice how when they get pushed way outside, the Unioto block has been late getting out there all night.
Libero Higley on to serve. Nearly comes away with the ace. Nice play by Daniels on the receive. It's going to be a free ball opportunity now for Unioto. Marshall on the second touch. Drops it in off of the diving attempt of Higley.
High IQ play from the senior Marshall there. Good court vision, sees the opening, takes the two hands and pushes it back, gets the point. Now she's back to serve.
Dig from Stewart now to Marshall. Out of bounds. 21-16. Panther leading. Chloe Wills back to serve for the Panthers. Set to the near side. Stully dug up by Morgan Ware. Now on the attack. Dig by Miller. Stewart off the net, able to drop it in.
Love the control in Stewart's game this evening. Not just a full swing every time. That time she sees the opening, rolls it over the top, and gets the kill.
Down the middle, it's Redmond who's blocked at the net by Detweiler. 21-18. Here's Stewart to serve. On the attack, that's Pinkerton trying to drop it in. Now Redmond, a two-handed push to the far side. What a play! Cutright drops it in. Timeout, Southeastern.
That last ball on the outside, Southeastern did not think there was a touch. Felt like it was a poor contact there. But at 21-19, give Unioto credit there. It was getting away from them, and they've had some of their the top players step up and make some big-time plays here at crunch time. Southeastern still up 21-19. You come out of the huddle here, and you just simplify things. It all starts with a nice serve receive. They have Ware on the outside. They're one side out away, I believe, from getting Lougheed back to the front row.
Down the middle, Redmond with two hands, kicked back over by Detweiler. Unioto storms back, 1 point lead for the Panthers. Ware on the attack. With the right hand, now cut right for Unioto. Ware on the far side, dig from Daniels. Cut right, another go. Down the lane, it'll be Redmond. Blocked at the net and drops back in. We're all tied at 21.
Talked about Unioto's defense all night with Detweiler in the middle, Park in the middle, and just the size that they put up there at the net coming through big here.
Stewart's serve received by Higley, set by Wills down the lane. Tipped back over by Cutright. Chance for the Shermans. Cutright on the attack, blocked at the net. Pinkerton catches a piece of it.
It's going to be Southeastern because the ball came off the Unioto contact, hit the ceiling, and went over. So you're going to have Southeastern point at a really, really key time. If ever it was a time for Southeastern to hit the ceiling, that was it.
22-11, Ware to serve. Near side, Cutright with the right hand. Tipped at the net by Pinkerton. Overpass, Detweiler ties it at 22.
How about Detweiler in this fourth set? Defensively playing on the block and then playing the overpass, really impacting the match.
Down the middle, it's Pinkerton with the right hand, drops it in. Panthers back out in front.
Good job by the setter mixing it up. I think a lot of people felt like she was going to Lougheed. The block started to cheat, and before you know it, the middle was wide open.
Redmond to serve for the Panthers. Tight to the net. Dug up by Alexa West. Far side. Stully. Overpass. It's long as the back line. We're tied once again at 23. What a fourth set.
Unioto utilizing Marshall there now with Wetzel back in the game to serve. She will become the setter.
Timeout Southeastern. Big thank you to Parmar Stores, McDonald's, Willie & Son Trucking, and Glockner family of dealerships for making our weekly football and volleyball live streams possible. Also thank you to OhioHealth, who makes everything we do here at Southern Ohio Sports Authority possible.
Just to reset for everyone, you have Wetzel back to the line. This is a rotation that's really favored Unioto throughout tonight. With her back in the game now serving, she'll become the setter for Unioto across the back row. Southeastern in one of their best lineups with Lougheed in the front. On this first serve receive, you'll see her usually attack out of the middle. That's something Unioto's got to be aware of.
Wetzel to serve, received by Ware. Wills down the middle, Lougheed drops it in. Set point coming up for the Panthers off of the point by Lougheed.
Back-to-back times here in late in the match as she's gone to that. Daniels was more on at that time, but again, just so well placed. Southeastern a chance to send it to a fifth set.
Off of Marshall, kept alive. Back over Wetzel. Unioto ties it at 24.
Just an unbelievable effort. Off of the first contact, you thought it was an ace. And Unioto, as they've done all night, just wouldn't let the ball hit the floor. How fun is this?
It's gonna take an extended set in set 4. Cut right to serve. Wills to the far side. Longheed gets the kill. Set point for the Panthers.
Again, pushing it well outside. The block was late to set. Southeastern with another opportunity.
Longheed back to serve for Southeastern, a point away from forcing a fifth set. Stewart off the net on the attack for Unioto. Longheed to the far side. Ware kept alive by Daniels. Stewart, another go. Longheed to the middle. Ware off the net. Roll shot kept alive by the Shermans. Stewart for the third time. She drops it in. We're all tied up once again at 25. Back and forth it goes in the fourth set.
Again, I love the angle that Stewart's getting well outside. So hard to block and keep that ball in play.
Park to serve for the Shermans. Longheed to the far side. Where? Another kill. Southeastern. Another set point.
Give Morgan Ware a lot of credit. It's one of those things in this situation. She's going to have to be the go-to, and the senior answers with a big swing.
Here's Higley, set point for the Panthers. Wetzel down the middle. Detweiler tips it over with the right hand, drops it in.
This is just such high-level volleyball. Again, two teams that in their respective division could easily play for a district title here in a couple weeks, and this has just been all kinds of fun.
Here's Marshall. Received by Uhrig, now Longheed. Won't get back over. Unioto takes the lead. Match point coming up for the Shermans. Marshall to serve. Nearly gets away from the Panthers. Off the backboard, and that'll do it.
I tell you what a match. Give Unioto a lot of credit for finding a way to get it done here. If winning championships was an easy thing to do, everybody would do it, right? So you get late in the year, these are hard matches to close out. Give Southeastern credit because they easily could have went away. They could have easily lost this thing in three. They could have been blown out in the fourth set. They were sitting on 2 set points with a chance to push it to a fifth set, and Unioto comes back and finds a way. Just SVC volleyball at its best. Wow.
Unioto surviving a handful of set points for Southeastern in that final set. Marshall ends it on the ace off the backboard. 28-26, set 4 final. Unioto wins it in 4.
Too many Lady Shermans to highlight individually. I think the best way to recap it is just to use the word depth. Just so many different kids making so many different plays. And I'll say this with Southeastern. Southeastern has developed a lot more depth themselves and a lot more things they can go to in their service game and in their attack. This is a team in the Division III tournament is going to be a big-time factor. So, again, SVC's in for a real treat in the second season here when the next week and a half of SVC play ends.
Unioto takes tonight's match in 4. We'll take a quick break. You've been watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at Glockner CDJR.
Unioto takes tonight's matchup in 4, wins the first 2 sets by scores of 25-21, 25-15 before the Panthers storm back in set 3, take that one 25-21 before Unioto eventually ends it in set 4. It took an extended set, a 28-26 final. Unioto now 17-2 on the season, 10-1 within the SVC for Southeastern, now 14-4, 7-4 within the SVC. Coming up later on this week, Unioto will stay here and take on Piketon on Thursday, whereas Southeastern will head back home where they face Paint Valley. That game also on Thursday.
Well, around the SVC, we continue to have some competitive volleyball. Paint Valley wins the 3rd set against Huntington, but Huntington rebounds there in the 4th set. Huntington wins it 3-1 over Paint Valley. Adena and Westfall play a very competitive 1st set. Adena wins it 25-22, and then the Lady Warriors kick it into gear and roll in straight sets with that 25-22 and then the 25-13, 25-19 win. And then it was all Zane Trace over Piketon, 25-13, 10, and 13. So again, what we figure up earlier, Unioto's magic number becomes a couple there in terms of an Adena loss or the Unioto wins as they chase down this title now with the 1 match advantage with 3 to play.
We'll be live a little bit later on in the week this Friday night when the Shermans host the Pioneers. Both of those teams unbeaten within the SVC. 2 of the 3 remaining teams, with Paint Valley being the other one. I believe Paint Valley has Huntington week.
Paint Valley has Huntington at home, Unioto at home, and then at Zane Trace, I believe, 8, 9, 10 to end the year here.
Well, that'll just about do it from Unioto High School. Once again, the final. Unioto 3, Southeastern 1. Have a great rest of your night.